Coming up on Come Dine With Me, can a shy, serious cartoonist
People expect me to be, drop dead funny.
grapple with a gaggle of girls?
So you know how to swallow it properly.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel a little bit of a fish out of the water in there.
Yes. That's trouble.
As five strangers
Fun with food.
Voila. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Okay, see you in 40 minutes.
spend 5 days
Let me try this on top of that.
dining
Can I get an amen? Amen!
I hope they got their dancing shoes on.
whining,
Cheers.
Come hell or high water, I'm getting through this night. Oh my God.
and showing off the skills they've been refining.
Looks good.
I am the barbecue queen. Well thought out symphony.
This is not what I anticipated at all.
It's a fight to the finish,
Girl power! We are so sexy cooking in the house.
complete with secret scores
I'm not gonna accept anything less than perfect tens.
for a $1,000 cash prize and title of Host with the Most.
I'm a very sore loser.
It's the first day of a 5-day dinner contest to crown the best dinner party host, and kicking off the week is 61-year-old cartoonist Tak Bui, who plans on taking a strip off his competition.
I'm going to set the bar pretty high
So what's Tak's tactic exactly?
to introduce my guests to some of the basic home Vietnamese cooking.
So it'll be interesting to see how Tak's going to put an Asian spin on his French dessert, creme caramel.
For the Vietnamese variation, we put a little bit of coconut, shredded coconut in.
But first, Tak needs to tackle his caramel component. He mixes 1 cup of sugar with ½ cup of water and boils until it turns brown.
Not brown, golden brown.
We could compromise and call it caramel.
One of my favorite things is caramel.
Meet contestant number 2, 34-year-old Kirsty Stevenson, a public relations specialist with a penchant for pets.
I have 2 red Okatipee corn snakes. I have 2 sugar gliders, which are marsupials indigenous to Australia. And I have a bearded dragon.
And a desire to slay her competition.
I'm gonna kick some big time ass.
And you'll probably end up with a bigger one after tonight, because Tak's got a second dessert, mango ice cream.
Wow.
And I hope that give me an edge.
Judging by the way you're slicing through the mango, it looks like you've already got an edge.
So you're using the knife and using the index fingers to controlling the thickness of the peel.
That's appealing.
This is a very typical method of cutting mangoes in Vietnam.
Mangoes smell like barf to me.
Introducing contestant number 3, Leslie Sharp Shepherd, a 59-year-old who's trying to outrun old age.
I want to be well. I don't want to take drugs. I don't want to have to go to doctors. I don't want to waste my time doing that kind of thing. So I just really want to be well and fit and healthy, and I want to be like one of those 90-year-olds that's dancing the jig.
And Tak's getting jiggy with the ice cream. He adds 3 cups of heavy cream, ½ cup of sugar, a drop of vanilla extract, and a squeeze of fresh lime just to...
Add a little bit of zest.
If you've got a zest for cooking, head to WNetwork.com to check out all of Tak's tasty recipes.
I better get out of the house more often.
The agoraphobic Asian heads out to his garden to collect mint and purple basil for the next dish, cold rolls.
Let's rock and roll. Pardon the pun.
Tak layers up lettuce, vermicelli noodles, fresh herbs, beef strips, roasted peanuts, and the basil, and rolls it all up in rice paper.
This is very typical of street food that you find in Vietnam.
And since he's on a roll, Tak decides to serve up some sushi as well.
That impresses me.
Sushi, I love sushi.
That's sci-fi sweetie Kathy Frazier, a 40-year-old who'd be over the moon if she won the week.
I really need to win. I haven't been able to sleep for months knowing that, I'm going to be taking part in this competition. It's just basically consumed my life.
And it's do or die for Tak since he's tacking on yet another app, Ban Thai.
That sounds absolutely delightful and delectable.
I'm not sure what that means.
It's a roll made up of pesto, prosciutto, and Parmesan, and it's normally called a French pastry twist.
My background is French.
Mesdames et messieurs, Here's dancing darling 27-year-old Julia Darby, our final contestant who's not used to leading.
I think people are totally going to underestimate me in this competition because I'm hot.
And Tak is planning to heat things up with his main course, basil beef curry.
There's a lot going on.
I think it's very ambitious. That's a lot of preparation.
And it comes with a lot of useless information.
Well, curry is combined with a lot of different spices. It's a generic word, really. It's mixed up with cardamom and turmeric and...
Get to the point, Tak.
And so curry is different from the north and the south, and the Thai is more green, the Vietnamese is more yellow.
Come on, Tak, less chat, more chop. Tak transfers the chopped onions, ginger, garlic, celery, and mushroom into a pan and sautés with curry powder. He adds the veggies to the stewing beef.
Looking good.
And lets the slow cooker do the rest.
Now I'm going to move on to the next item.
Oh, there's more.
There sure is. Tak serving up a Vietnamese soup that Canadians love but can't pronounce.
They pronounce it pho, and it's supposed to be a pho.
Love pho soups.
It's pho.
Well, Tak, you've got faux guests coming over who think the competition's far from over.
I think that I have what it takes to win.
I want to be first, 100%.
I would love to get 10s, but 9s will be fine.
I'm going to make a meal that you're not going to forget it.
Bring it on.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
We were hoping you were male, maybe.
estrogen's everywhere,
Poor guy.
and the girls gush.
She's got great legs.
It's the first night of a 5-day foray to find out who will be the dinner winner and award them $1,000 in cash. Opening night host is Vietnamese artist Tak Bui.
My friends would describe me as forgetful and aloof sometimes.
Now, why would they say that?
I don't really care.
Interesting hosting approach. Hopefully the food will be better.
I would like to show my guests some basic Vietnamese home cooking.
But first, he's got to set the stage.
I think I'm going to just stand here and wait for the guests to arrive.
Or you could set the table,
When you get older, you forget a lot of things.
which explains the handy-dandy photocopy. Tick-tock, Tak, your guests are on their way.
And that's it.
And that's sci-fi freak Kathy Frazier at the door.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Kathy.
Kathy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Tak.
Tak.
Tak, like a thumbtack.
Awesome. When I first arrived, I was quite impressed. It was a beautiful place.
Have a seat.
Great. This is for you.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
I appreciate that.
It was very relaxing. I felt quite at home right away.
Grew up in a bar, did you?
Would you like alcoholic drink or
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
White or red?
White, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Tak welcomes his next guest into his home, pretty and petite Julia Darby.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, I'm Julia. My first impression of Tak is he seemed very gentle and sincere. Hi, I'm Julia.
Hi, Julia. I'm Kathy. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Love your dress.
Oh, thank you. I love what you're wearing,
Thank
too.
you.
She looked great. We had sort of the same kind of style kind of thing happening on.
I love your hair flower too.
Oh, thanks. Excellent. I have a little bit of a hair flower fetish
Oh, do you?
myself, yeah.
Does anyone want to pay attention to Tak?
It was probably easier to talk to Julia than it was to Tak right away.
Poor guy.
Julia, I forgot to ask you, what would you like to drink?
Oh, this is perfect.
White wine?
Yes.
You should offer people a lot more options in terms of drink. Maybe I don't want an alcoholic drink.
Bet you the next guest will. 59-year-old party girl Leslie Sharp Shepherd is at the door.
Hello there.
Hello, I'm Leslie.
Leslie Tak Bui. Nice to meet you.
Tak Louis.
Yeah, Leslie, I'd like to offer you a drink.
Wine's great.
And what color?
You have red?
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
I thought Leslie was gonna be a guy because there's already 2 ladies sitting there.
We were hoping you were male, maybe, not hoping.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, of course I'm hoping for like awesome single man my age who is going to like be able to cook the pants off everybody in the group and win my heart at the same time.
Hate to disappoint, but Tak's the only testosterone in town, because kooky Kirsty Stevenson's the final guest.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? I'm Kirsty.
Hi, Chrissy, coming in.
Nice
My
to
name is
meet
Tak.
you.
It's Kirsty, by the way.
I'm Kirsty.
Leslie, nice to meet you.
There's 4 girls and only 1 guy. I really wasn't expecting that.
Disappointed much?
Yeah, I was kind of just like, what's going on?
Imagine how Tak feels.
Well, I'm very surprised that I'm being selected to cook and host with 4 other women.
It's lovely to meet a group of women who are just so much fun.
I noticed your tattoo on your ankle.
It's Thai, and it says Kua, which means family in Thai.
Wow.
And my 23-year-old daughter has the exact same tattoo in the same place.
She's got great legs.
So everything's chickadee-boo with the Sappho sisters. But oh, brother, Tak needs more time in the kitchen.
I'm gonna get the appetizers ready for the table.
Ah, take your time. I'm sure the ladies can find something to amuse themselves with.
Oh my God, it's a music room. Come in. Yay! Come in. Much to my personal delight, it was a bunch of musical instruments. What is that, a ukulele?
I don't know, is it a mandolin or viola?
Ukulele. So we had a little mini jam session. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Fantastic. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think we should have recorded that. That was
Yeah, I
wicked.
think so too. It would
Okay.
be a big hit.
Or miss. If you think that's comical, wait till you see what Leslie and Julia find.
Wow. Pretty interesting looking.
Yeah, it's really neat, eh?
Was obviously an artist.
Cool. Oh my
This is
goodness.
amazing.
He's incredibly talented. I'm blown away.
It was a really nice little, neat little surprise to see that. Can you draw?
I can.
Can you? I can't.
Yeah, but
I
not
just
like
stick,
this.
stick people.
Yeah.
I am not artistic. I'd like to think I am.
Well, Tak is certainly using his artistic eye as he puts together his sushi and cold rolls into steamers, along with French pastry twists and not one, but 2 dipping sauces. And finally, his app is ready to serve.
Okay, here comes the appetizer.
Thank you.
So there's 2 separate dips here.
How detailed and how prolific it was. I was just shocked.
And 5 trips later, Tak's first course is served.
Ooh.
So here are the last of the appetizers.
Those dishes had certain little elements. The fact that he had to kind of carry 2 and then the 1 and 1 by 1 incurred a lot on his time.
So, was it worth the wait?
What is the name of this little roll?
They call it goi kun. Kun means roll, and goi is a variety of fillings. I just call it cold rolls.
You've got some mint in it?
Yeah.
I love the mint.
Cool.
I am a spice fanatic, so when I see a little tiny little dab of wasabi, it kind of disheartens me. I could have probably used a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
And that was very nice to know that you can handle that.
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
So you know how to swallow it properly.
Oh, yeah.
Takless.
I'm curious, what is in the twist?
The twist, I'm trying to inject a little bit of French connection because they colonized our country for 80 years, but they left behind a love for puff pastries and fromage is one of the things that very few Asian countries familiar with.
He was a little lengthy in his explanations.
And he didn't even answer the question.
I think the appetizer is okay, so I'm happy about that.
But are they?
Tak chose a very complicated menu.
I couldn't believe how many things there were on the menu.
knew,
And
yeah.
I said,
was a lot.
I would never take that on.
Absolutely not.
That
because
many things.
he hasn't had as much time to spend chatting. Like, we've all gotten to know each other.
Yeah.
But who's Tak?
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, will Tak choke
The puff pastry should be less pliable.
or will the ladies?
It's really hot.
That's trouble.
It's the first night of a 5-day menu marathon, and tonight, Vietnamese comic stripper Tak is playing host to 4 lovely ladies.
It's kind of a little bit of a chick love fest.
/ history lesson.
So I came to America in 1967. It's kind of weird. The war was going on, and I was a little kid that ended up in Texas. Young men there who didn't go to college had to join the war. Robert Kennedy was killed in San Francisco, and Martin Luther King eventually got assassinated in the same year I was. So America was incredibly in turmoil. Because of that, I ended up in Canada.
Welcome.
Yeah.
He's probably the kind of person, if you're sitting at a campfire, that would entertain the rest of the group.
Unless Kirsty was there to steal the spotlight.
I travel a lot, try to travel 2 or 3 times a year to shark dive.
It was hard to sort of, pin down exactly where's Kirsty? What does Kirsty do?
Oh, you know, the huge.
I work with a lot of musicians and artists. I grow my own herbs as well. I'm very into politics, and I actually collect rocks and minerals and fossils that are anywhere from 40 to 200 million years old. And like my family's from Finland, so we have a Lappi cheese that's made out of reindeer milk.
So essentially everything except work with Tibetan monks.
Very blessed to volunteer to do the PR for His Holiness the Dalai Lama when he comes to Canada for the last 8 years.
Oh, never mind.
Right now I'm helping with a friend at a massage clinic.
But that's not her happy ending.
I know it sounds really strange, but I'd love to be an astronaut.
And now for something really out there.
Next year, I'm going to be 60.
Wow, that kind of blows my mind. You look amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot believe that she's almost 60, honestly.
She's so sweet.
And Tack is so stressed.
Feel bad for him.
And you haven't even seen the pastry yet.
The puff pastry has been now in room temperature longer than it should. So I'm gonna cut it carefully.
That's not gonna cut it.
Well, I'm gonna try to squeeze it together and stretch it over top of this.
The beef curry's pastry's looking pretty sad, but Tack's soup looks phenomenal. So the main is ready to serve. Hello, Vietnam!
Yay!
Don't get too excited, ladies. You're about to get schooled.
Anything you can get out of this is pronounce it pho. So just think about fire.
Okay.
And in French.
Fur. What is it?
It's fa.
I know it's not faux.
It's not the puh, it's a fur.
Lengthen a little bit. That's right. Very good. Thank you.
And don't you forget it.
I love all the fresh herbs you're using. The cilantro, just beautiful.
The soup I really, really enjoyed. I love the option of putting in the chilies or keeping them out because I chose to keep them out, but I know some of the other ladies want to keep it in.
Yes, I absolutely love that. I am a lover of the spice. I just probably could use more hot peppers.
I'm glad you were able to do that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
But will the next dish curry any favor?
I wasn't really fond of the curry.
It was a bit overcooked, so it was dark brown as opposed to the traditional yellowy orange.
It's really hot. It was just like a really concentrated beef stew.
Which leaves Tack stewing about his choices.
In hindsight, I think I'd taken on a little bit too much for the amount of time that I have.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Leslie sulks.
So at dessert, I'm not getting any.
You know what?
No.
And Tack shocks.
I would like to offer you a nice little surprise.
My eyes just went ding, 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 ding.
It's the first night of a 5-day dinner battle, and tonight's host, cartoonist Tack, has served a long and drawn-out 5 dishes.
Now I'm gonna assemble my desserts.
First, Tack plates his creme caramel and adds fresh mangoes, then scoops ice cream into bowls and adds fresh mint.
And now I'm ready to serve the dessert.
Homemade mango ice cream and coconut creme caramel, aka lactose extravaganza.
So at dessert, I'm not getting any.
You know what?
No. I couldn't eat the dessert because I'm lactose intolerant.
We all knew ahead of time there was someone that was lactose intolerant, and we all adjusted our menus accordingly.
Except for Tack.
Okay, this is the final dish
Dun, dun,
of the
dun.
evening. Leslie, I know that you're lactose intolerant, so I brought you some very special, fresh, tropical fruits.
Fruit, yay.
It was kind of a little bit of a disappointment.
Consider yourself lucky. Everyone else has to eat the creme caramel.
When I tried it, I just had to stop myself from sort of the harsh taste. I think you did a really good job, and it's just perfect.
I thought that the creme caramel was really great. I like the coconut addition. I like the texture in there.
Sure you do.
Wasn't a fan, to be honest.
I'd have to say, Tack, that absolutely my favorite, hands down, of the entire night was the mango ice cream.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was very refreshing and...
It's simple.
Yeah, it was the perfect end to the meal.
Oh, you think it's over?
I would like to offer you a nice little surprise.
I had no idea what he had going on.
Well, what else would you expect from a Vietnamese night but a bluegrass band?
I think the highlight of the evening for me was the music at the end.
It felt really great because for the first time all night, I felt like we were getting to see a little bit more of Tak.
Applause, applause. That's a good sign.
Well, I hope I get a little bit more than 5. But it's an early competition, so we'll have to wait and see.
No, we won't.
I'm giving Tak a 6 because even though the entertainment was awesome, the cream caramel dish, it was inedible to me.
We hardly saw him throughout the night, and he's lovely, but it's the whole dinner party, so he gets a 6.
I'm gonna give Tak a 7 because I really appreciated that he tried to give us a flavor of Vietnam.
I am giving Tak a 7 because it was a valiant effort. It just wasn't 100%.
Actually, with a score of 26 out of 40, it was exactly 65%, which doesn't faze tomorrow night's host, Julia, one little bit.
I'm excited about hosting a winning night tomorrow night.
I am the one to beat.
I believe that my chances of winning are, well, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna win.
I don't think so.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
Ta-da!
it's a 50s theme, but the happy days are over.
Like, is it burnt?
As Julia flips,
Woo!
her appetizer flops,
I didn't actually want to swallow it.
and Tak ends up in the doghouse.
Dogs and cats consume in a variety of reasons.
If someone else wants to eat dog and cat, they can do it somewhere else.
Oh, God, that's kind of really disgusting.